So I've been in Johannesburg for 1 year, and you won't believe what my biggest takeaway is after 12 months. Hey, Jason, if you've been watching the channel, you've been seeing me go through Joburg, showing you how beautiful of a city this is, man. How lovely it is here, the beautiful skylines, the things that the Western media just isn't showing us Americans over in our part of the world. And most importantly, I've been talking to you about success, what it is, and how to get it in the 3 areas of life that I focus on, which are happiness, health, and wealth. And so if you're new to the channel, the definition of success by Earl Nightingale is the progressive realization of a worthy idea. One of my worthy ideas, I knew I had to come to Johannesburg, South Africa to start healing from the sudden passing of my wife, Cece, last year in January. And I'm going to tell you, I'm so glad I followed my intuition that told me to come here and it told me to buy that one-way ticket, because this was the place that I needed to be. And it's amazing, man. Like, it is amazing. It has now been a year that I've been in South Africa. Well, I'm 9 days short of a year. But look, it's the month of June, and I came in the month of June, and winter is here. So, as far as I'm concerned, I've been here a year. And it's been amazing, man. I'm going to do a video highlighting and reflecting on a lot of the what I feel like I've accomplished, or not accomplished, just highlighting what I really feel about Johannesburg. Like, I talk so much about it, but like I haven't really just broken down my experiences here, so I will do that in a future video. But in this one, I really want to just talk about what was the one thing that my biggest takeaway from here of being in Johannesburg. Like, and mind you, man, this is my third country that I've been in now since I've left the United States 8 years ago. But this is my first country by myself, man. And it's different, yo. It is very different being now a newly single man traveling the world compared to being a husband and wife team traveling the world. Like, there's things about it that I miss each and every day. However, I have to keep transitioning, keep moving, and keep evolving into the person that I want to become. And that's why I'm sharing this stuff with you here on the channel and really opening up my life and letting you see how I go through certain things. And so my biggest takeaway in Johannesburg is there's some really good people here, man. And like, I'm going to just say South Africa, but like just for Johannesburg, because this is where I spent the whole year, was in Johannesburg. Like, there's some really good people here, man. And I don't think that's talked about enough. Even if you see my videos where people are like on TikTok, or people are, I think we become such a culture that we're so caring that we don't know we're just speaking out of fear all the time. And what I mean by that, like, people will be like, "Oh, be careful, be careful. Someone may try to try to rob your phone or something like that." And they mean well. The people mean well. But I think sometimes people forget meaning well isn't the best thing. And so what I mean by that is, like, when I'm out and about, there's just good people around. So even sometimes good people forget, like, they're good people. Like, really take the time to hear that. Like, it's such a psychology thing. Like, good people forget to realize that they're good people. And so they start believing the hype of the media and things like this. Oh, the doom and gloom, or the preview of the things from the past. Like, one thing I can tell you from so far from most of my travels is majority of places in the world, I don't know what happened in the world around this time, but in the 1990s, the world was dangerous for some reason. Like, it just seemed like most of the world became really dangerous for some reason. I don't know if it was just so much more guns on the market or whatever happened, but most of the countries you go to, like, the 1990s was the most dangerous time. And so most of them are moving on past that dangerous times. And so most people are like me, believe it or not. Like, most people just want to enjoy their life. They just want to do wholesome things. Like, they just want to be around people and having fun. Like, they just don't want to be stressed out, and they're not trying to hurt anybody. And the reason why I say this is because I meet so many people on a daily basis, and I talk to so many people. And I think I have one of the most places of privilege being here in South Africa, because I'm so taboo being the American, and especially how I go to different places that most Americans here don't ever go to. that I get to meet so many different people from different cultures and different backgrounds. And when I tell you, like, every single person I've met here, just about, man, is really great people. I've had people pick me up and drop me off places. So like, it's crazy. Like, I met my buddy Adam through Cobus and Van Studios events, and they're a great group of people that are out here teaching how to do use artificial intelligence to grow your business online. Cobus, the Viking, he's out here teaching professional development, getting men together who's looking for business ideas. Like, really great people. Dino, who teaches Brazilian Jiu Jitsu out here in Edenvale, really great person, man. Paulie from the Fussy Vegan, V from the Fussy Vegan, the whole family of the Vegan Chef. I've met all of them, like, really great people. Kaylee's, all the people in Bedfordview, great people. Like, here in Techie Town, out here in CBD, great people working there. Like, I can go on and on and on again. Like, the Americans are not going to understand this, how deep this is, but I think the South Africans will relate to it. Like, even here in CBD where I live, like, I've had multiple taxi buses give me way, like, would literally let me walk across, and I'm like shocked. Like, the first time it happened, like, it's not like they're bad guys, but you just expect them to drive however they drive. And for me, I can tell you, it's easier in CBD for me to just walk through traffic instead of people usually giving me way. So, like, it really shocked me when he gave me way, but, like, I really thanked him and appreciate it. I've had meter taxis here that I rode in where they're not ripping me off, man. Like, so many people think, like, because the meter taxi prices are not the same as Uber or Bolt, that they're getting ripped off. And the truth is, you're paying for a service, and the service you're paying for is you don't have to wait. Now, yes, you're giving up more quality service, such as they already have a map to follow, things like that. But, like, that's just technology not integrated with them yet, and that's something that can easily be fixed. But however, they are providing a service of you're not waiting long for them. Like, you don't have to wait for the app to find the person and the person to connect and all of this, and then they drive to you. Usually, that meter taxi is right there where you at on the spot. And so that's why they do charge more money. And, like, today, like, I had took a meter taxi and he dropped me off. He charged me just the fair honest price. So I gave him a tip and I told him, I was like, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Like, I think sometimes, and I don't know how the travel or the tourism is here in Africa yet, as far as, like, leaving the continent, maybe going to Southeast Asia, something like that. But I don't think a lot of people understand, like, there's countries out here where they're just trying to rip you off day in and day out. Like, you get tired of it. Like, it almost make you not even want to travel to countries because you're just like, oh, they're finna sit here and try to hustle me all day. Like, there's beaches in Colombia, like, some of the beaches in Cali, some of the beaches in Dominican Republic, even some of the beaches in Panama. Like, you just don't even want to go there because people are just bothering you all day long trying to hustle you and sell you stuff. And, oh, here's the gringo, let's see how much money we can get from them. And you just get tired of being treated like something like a wallet. Like, people don't even see you as a human being. And, like, getting that brotherly love here coming to South Africa, like, I don't think everybody here really understands how much I appreciate that, man, because it gives you faith in humanity. Because it's like, yo, there's some really good people, and there's some really good people out here in Johannesburg. I'm just gonna be honest with you on that. Like, I've met good people in Rudyport, Clearwater area, Pretoria, Hardee's, what's that area? Zerust, like, everywhere, man. Like, I can't pronounce most of the places I've been to, even the townships, Tembisa, Soweto, like, Alex. Everybody here, man, you just, no matter what type of professional person does anything, like, it's just some of the best people you meet here. People who live here in the building with me, really good people. People involved in businesses. Man, I've met so many people here. I just don't want to name everybody on here, but, like, that's my biggest takeaway, man. I really think like if you're an American and if you're thinking about moving to South Africa, that's going to be one of the biggest selling points here, man. Like, there's some really good people. You can meet genuine good people here, and you can build genuine good relationships. Like, and I'm talking about anywhere. Like, we ain't talking about you got to go to some fancy retreat and stuff like that. Like, you can just meet some very good, wholesome people just in a regular restaurant. Meet some very good, wholesome people walking around in Woolies and you just shopping and spark up a conversation. Like, there's some really good people here. And, like, I really want to get that message out because I feel like so much is like this shadow over Johannesburg of what it used to be, and I don't think people see the rays of sunshine that are really here. And one of those rays of sunshine is that there's some really good people here, man. Really, really good people, honest people. And it's not people out here trying to hustle you. It's not trying to hustle you. There's people out here that's out here to just make an honest day's living to provide for their family and themselves. And they need to be recommended. They need to also be not recommended. They need to be recognized, and they also need to be. It need to be a shout out to them, man, because I remember how I felt growing up, feeling like there was a point in my life where as a black male, or what I used to be considered, classify myself as a black male, that I felt like there was something wrong with me because you just kept seeing all of this negative narration about black men in the United States, especially growing up in the South. And it started messing with your psyche, man. And until I start, even to this day, I still have problems accepting praise from people. Like anybody who's seen me before, they'd be like, "Yeah, he's really modest." But like that's one of the reasons why, because I still have problems accepting praise because I was so indoctrinated on black men are dangerous, black men are bad, black men are this, and I knew I wasn't that, and it even started affecting me. So like I can just imagine how some of the people in Johannesburg, like, because every time you even say the word Johannesburg in the world, people want to, oh, you're gonna get kidnapped. Oh, this gonna happen. Oh, that's gonna happen, and they've never been here. They never even talked to someone in South Africa, let alone Johannesburg. And I'm sitting here telling you, after 12 months in this country, in this city of Johannesburg, there's some great people here, man. I've met some very great people here. And it wasn't by accident. It was doing just regular, normal things. Like I wasn't even, it ain't like I went to the Miss South Africa of 2022 or 2023 or what, 2022, I think. When I first got here, like I wasn't going to events like that, meeting these people. Like I'm talking about just meeting people at going to market events, meeting people going to some of the expos here, like meeting people just going out to eat. Like it's some really great people here, man. And I just really want to share that. And that's the biggest thing, my biggest takeaway from Johannesburg. Of all, I wish I had recordings of everyone who was telling me how dangerous it is here, telling me how people are going to do this is going to happen. And when I tell you, I come here and I meet literally world caliber people here. People who are some of the nicest, the most trusting, the people who are the most caring. And for the things that I was hearing about this place, and I still hear about this place, it really breaks my heart because people don't understand how good of a city this really is. And so many people are not giving Johannesburg a chance when if they came here, they would probably find their utopia. I'm not saying every country and every place is, or there's any place that is perfect. I'm telling you, like Johannesburg is really great for a lot of people. If you want to live more in a suburb area, you can. If you want the city life like I have, you can. Like it's a really good place here, and it's not as expensive compared to some other parts of the world, even with their recent inflation. So, like, I really want to share that with people because I know from an American's point of view, like, there's not a lot of information talking really about Joburg or even South Africa. And so far, man, one of the things that I can say, there are some really great people here. And It didn't even take me 12 months to figure that out. I'm gonna be honest with you. It just every day I just get shocked how honest people are here, and so I just really wanted to share that with you today because especially like if you're in Central America or South America and you just getting tired of being hustled or feeling like you're being hustled all the time, like start looking at South Africa, man. And start looking at Johannesburg. It's all not the city life. They got rural areas, they got suburb areas. You can look into Greenside, Rudy Port, which is an area that I love. Look into Pretoria, Centurion. I was at a golf estate out there in Centurion. Really nice. Like next time when I come back at the end of the year, like I'm gonna see if I can find a place maybe out there or on a different golf estate. You have so many places out here, man. Alberton, Edenvale, Lynxfield, like really good places out here. So start looking into South Africa if you haven't already. And just remember, guys, like this video if you like this type of content, and also subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And just remember, I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.